We had an attendance of approximately 50,000 to the Travis Scott Astroworld Festival event. What we do know is that at approximately 9 o'clock, 9:15, the crowd began to compress towards the front of the stage, okay? And that caused some panic, and it started causing some injuries. People began to fall out, become unconscious, and it created additional panic.
And it happened all at once. I mean, I know Chief Pena mentioned 9:38. It seemed like it happened with just over the course of just a few minutes. Suddenly we had several people down on the ground experience some type of cardiac arrest or some type of medical episode. And so we immediately started doing CPR and moving people right then. And that's when I went and met with the promoters and Lime Nation, and they agreed to end early in the interest of
this event did come to an end at 10:10.
Not stop sooner. There's about a 30 to 40 minute gap of time.
You cannot just close when you got 50,000 and over 50,000 individuals. Okay, we have to worry about riots when you have a group that's young. I think that time that I gave you from like just a little bit after 9:30 to 10 minutes after 10 to get that closed down, and there was a cooperation and discussion between promoters, our fire department, the police department, and NRG officials. So I think that part was pretty good.
I apologize. I hate to interrupt, but I was actually there last night. Yeah. The last song actually started at 10:10. I'm not trying to pick numbers, but there was quite a bit of time. In fact, there were people actually screaming for the show to stop. And there were people who were being administered.
We'll verify the numbers. That's the numbers that the time I meant to say that I'm giving, and definitely in front of everybody. We want to be transparent and truthful, but we'll check that time. But let me tell you, let me finish, because this is important. If it was one more songs, concert songs mostly, it's a minute or two. So it's not significant. I think the significant thing is that we shut it down. Thank you.
I'm Bruce Rivers, and I am a board-certified criminal defense lawyer. It's just mayhem. It's just absolute mayhem. And to try to explain, why these people died is going to be a very tall order for the Houston Police Department. He stopped the show 3 times. I mean, how many times do you need to stop before you really, really need to just stop? And the fans were screaming, "Stop the show! Stop the show!" All the warning signs were there, So when you're getting people all amped up and people are getting injured, you are inciting violence. You're inciting a riot. Now, and it's really, they don't really have to prove much. And the Texas statute says, for the purpose of this section, riot means the assemblage of 7 or more persons resulting in conduct which creates an immediate danger of damage to property or injury to persons, substantially obstructs law enforcement or other governmental functions or services, or by force or threats of force or physical action deprives any person of a legal right or disturbs any person in the enjoyment of a legal right. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what it means is that if you're, first of all, there's more than 7 people there, so that's a given. But if what you're doing is causing other people to create an immediate danger, that's a riot. But here's the problem. Riot by itself is a fairly low-level crime. However, there's a part in the statute that a person commits this offense if he knowingly participates in a riot. And then let's go down to subdivision F, because an offense under this section is an offense of the same classification as any offense of a higher grade committed by anyone engaged in the riot if the offense was in furtherance of the purpose of the assembly, or an offense which should have been anticipated as a result of the assembly. So if somebody kills somebody in that crowd and you are inciting the riot, you are responsible for the death just as if you did it yourself. And so that's what that part of the statute says.